BMNR had just a fantastic Monday with a brand new announcement how much assets they have and what they actually missed to update us on. All about that here in this vlog.
Welcome to the game, I'm the wolf of Dubai.
If you don't know who I am, my name is Danny and I'm the most watched stock market YouTuber from the Middle East, and I'm also a very early Bitmine investor. Yes, we're talking about Bitmine since it's like a $30 stock, and now it seems that we double it at 60, and I think this is just the beginning before we go to $500,000 and $3,000 per share at some point in the future. Obviously, this is never financial advice. I'm looking always about those great investments that can go 10, 20, 30x. And I did this, for example, for Tesla, and my subscribers bought apartments or even houses. So make sure to subscribe on both of my channels, the main channel as well as the second channel. We are posting every single day, no days off. Okay. So, and let me know in the comments, what do you think about my new t-shirt? Okay. And let me know if you would love to have this kind of merch opportunity to buy it. Let's see if we go, all merch and that. And the back, you see the nice Wolf of Dubai logo. So yeah, let me know comments now, and we see if our team should work on that or you're not interested at all. Okay, so let's dive directly in. As usual, before we diving in, check out x10daytrading.com because you can schedule a call with me if you want that we day trade for you. So make sure to schedule a call with me. If you have $10,000 or more, we use our AutoPilot software that actually works all automatically for you. We choosing the trades, we enter the trades, and you just switch it on and we do the rest for you. Okay, so it's a very, very interesting piece of tech that we developed. Make sure to check out x10daytrading.com, and I see you obviously on the call itself if you schedule one. Okay, now Bitmine just updated us on their holdings like they do every 9 to 10 days. Okay, so they provided us with a new update of their holdings as per the 29th of September. By the way, it's end of the month, so in a couple of days we should actually get the new update of our chairman, Tom Lee. I will obviously cover that as well. He makes this video on YouTube on the Bitmine channel, and then he updates us on the developments of Bitmine. So you see here that they actually said, okay, we have now in total $11.6 billion worth of crypto plus moonshots. Okay, so they have now 2.65 million Ethereum at a $4,141 per Ethereum token. They have 192 Bitcoins. This doesn't change. So it seems, in my personal opinion, that maybe they don't mine Bitcoins anymore at all. Okay, I was thinking that the legacy business of Bitmine maybe somehow continues a little bit, but they totally pivoted. So they hold those Bitcoins as an asset in their company. This could have two reasons. One, they obviously think that Bitcoin can go higher, but I think the better reason is actually that maybe those Bitcoins belong to the company and belongs to the previous shareholders, and they say, hey, you know what, we are comfortable with holding those Bitcoins and not transferring them to Ethereum. Okay, then their 8co, the orbs investment, the 20 million orbs investment, is currently valued at $156 million, and they have always around like $500 in cash. So currently they have $436 million in cash as of now. Okay, now they said they acquired about like 234,000 Ethereum last week. Okay, so that means that approximately every single day they are acquiring about like 30,000, if you consider 7 days as a week, around like 30,000, a little bit more than that, Ethereum per day. Okay, which is quite interesting. So they are the biggest Ethereum treasury holder out there, and they are just second largest crypto treasury company out there, which is absolutely insane. Okay, and this shows you how good they manage themselves. And you can see here, if we zoom in, the only second to Bitmine is actually Mara, and they have about like 5.7, so about like half of the crypto holdings that Bitmine has. And the biggest one, they have to catch it up with MicroStrategy. Michael Saylor actually has around like $70 billion. Okay, now let's go into the second part. Okay, Tom Lee states, as we enter final months of 2025, the two super cycles investing narratives remain AI and crypto, and both require neutral public blockchains. Naturally, Ethereum remains the premier choice given its high reliability and 100% uptime. These two powerful microcycles will play out over decades. Since Ethereum's price is a discount to the future, this bodes well for the token and the reason Bitmine's primary treasury assets in Ethereum. Okay, so just to keep it in a very simple sentence, and as I love it the most, I love, complicated stuff explained simply. I think that there's two things that you can take out of this, okay? First, you see how Tom Lee is talking, okay? If someone that you meet is talking about decades, not years or weeks or months, those are the real visionaries. Those are the people that really want to have a bright future for the company, for their personal lives, and so on and so forth. So whatever you do, you should always think in decades, okay? So this shows you how confident they are that Ethereum is the right choice for the next couple of years, okay? So the next thing that they also share is that they remain one of the most traded stock companies in the whole stock market, which is very important. So they can release more shares, especially institutions, which are almost solely the buyers of new shares of Bitmine. Institution needs liquidity. They need to be able to move, hundreds of millions of dollars in and out companies, and they love liquid companies. Otherwise, they will move the price of the asset, which is not so great. And that's why this is brilliant, okay? So Bitmine traded average daily volume of about $2.6 billion, which is insane. So you can see that even when, institutions buying billions of dollars worth of Ethereum, they can easily do that with Bitmine. And this is a huge, maybe the most important thing for the future buying of Ethereum, okay? Because they need to raise more funds through equity, so zero debt. And they can do that mainly to institutions that can write, $100, $200, $300, $500 million check to buy more Bitmine shares, okay? Secondly, they are currently ranked 26th on that list in the US market. And also they only have, Marvin Technologies, just above their current rank, and below them Visa, okay? As you can see here, the most traded stocks are actually Tesla, makes sense, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Oracle, and so on. Then comes all the retail loving stocks like Palantir, right? So Meta, Google, Intel currently also traded a lot of shares because a lot of things happen to Intel currently. And then, you have Hood as well, obviously, and then you have Bitmine. So this list obviously changed a lot. Sometimes there's stocks like that currently trending, right? There's stocks that there's like the top 5-6 companies of the S&P 500, right? You have seen all the names: Tesla, Google, Meta, Microsoft, Apple. All of those big companies are obviously on the top of this list, okay? Now, and this is quite interesting. This is quite new what they actually have shared with us, okay? They said that Bitmine is distinguished by its high liquidity. Okay, among 30 treasury companies, MicroStrategy and Bitmine represent 84% of the whole volume. Okay, so imagine like all the treasury companies put in like one bucket. 84% of this bucket is only traded between MicroStrategy, which is roughly a little bit more than half of it, and 34% is Bitmine, which is quite insane, right? This is what you need. And the others are represented like by 16%. This is like SBET, Zilla, right? All of those other companies that are out in Mara, maybe, right? So you can see that this is very important. So that's it for the update. What I figured out, what they don't update us on, which is quite interesting, is that they don't update us since a little bit longer time. Maybe they will do that in the chairman's message video about the outstanding shares. And they don't update us on the NAV then, which comes out the, assets under management and then divided by the shares. Okay, so this is quite interesting. And I think there's one reason for that. And before we diving into that reason and in the NAV calculation, let's also just remind you that we can trade for you on the market on the daily basis. Okay, we send you out all our short-term option trades all automatically into your portfolio. If you have $10,000 or more, check out x10daytrading.com and we can start trading for you. And let's dive into the, NAV that is coming out of that. Okay, so let's assume the 11.6 billion in total crypto. Okay, now let's add the 157 million that makes around like $11.7 billion and divided by the current outstanding shares, which is somewhere around what I heard and what I have read around like 285 million shares. Okay, so let's do that together. For that, we need to open the calculator, okay, and let's see what we will have here. Okay, so 11.75 billion dollars. Okay, now we take that and we divide by 285 million shares and you have enough of around 41.22. This is the current NAV, okay? So with about like, let's say 52, you are trading about like 1.3, 1.2 to 1.4 MNAV, depending where the share currently is. This is still cheap, but I think there's more room to go down because now we're going into the, most volatile, most weakest months of the whole year for the stock. So I think there will be many opportunities to load the boat before we go on to the end year rally. So I hope you liked this vlog. Make sure to comment if you like those t-shirts. I will show you in the next couple of days much more. We have a couple of others lined up. If you like them, let me know and we see if we can create some merch for you guys. And this will be absolutely amazing if we, can show and represent our most interesting investment out there to other people. I will wear this anywhere, to the gym, to the church, to everywhere. Okay. So, I hope you like it and I see you tomorrow for a brand new vlog. Thank you very much. And remember, the grass is greener always on the other side.